10, 15, 20 minutes in, I thought we got a lot more comfortable, started putting pressure on them. Had a few chances, and then the goal obviously changed the game. And then the second half, we knew that if we were solid and patient, that they would open up and we get a chance. It helps, but it was kind of gusty, so we come and then we calm down a bit. But I actually think we were good both ways, and then I think it was an advantage both ways, which is kind of weird. But the way we play and the way they play it was a disadvantage. Yeah, well, you could see early they always want to play. They try to play, but it wasn't going to happen tonight. It was too hard, and the few times they tried and got picked off, they were in trouble. So they kind of had to resort to that. But that's, as you can see, not their strength. Don't forget, he does a lot of hard work and gets in lanes and does that kind of stuff. But he's dangerous going forward, and he's a good, smart player. And we're obviously on set pieces, we're always going to be dangerous. So if he's in there, he knows he has a good nose for the ball. I thought we dominated them through the middle. I thought Bees and Clint did a great job tucking in and helping and working. Michael and Sasha were excellent. They had nowhere to go. And almost any loose ball we picked up, we were on top of them. We were anticipating, and they didn't have an answer. We just knew they were. We never felt that they were all that dangerous. So we wanted to pass the ball and move the ball and be smart. And we just knew at that point that if we waited, eventually we'd get a chance for the second. If it didn't come, it didn't come. But we knew it was going to be hard for them to score.
Yeah, I think it was important that we did keep our discipline. We know how passionate these rivalries are, and unfortunately they sometimes boil over, and that's not always a good thing. But we knew that going into it, we wanted to keep our discipline. We didn't want to have any guys sent off, and we accomplished that tonight. I think when Bob took over the team, Bob Belly took over the team, he instilled a lot of belief in Carlos, a lot of responsibility, and Carlos stepped up to the plate and really embraced it. He's always got a soft word to say to the guys, pull him aside. He can be demanding at times, but he's a really good guy to have as a leader. We trust him, and he leads us into battle all the time, and we're fully behind him. Yeah, I think he was fantastic, aside from the goals. So yeah, he was up and down the field, side to side, steaming in the tackles, winning balls, collecting second ball, winning balls without fouling, which is important. He did everything right, and then obviously the goals, fantastic. I think he probably demands more, he treats us all equally. We all trust in the relationship that we have with Michael as a teammate, and that Bob Belly has with Michael as a player. And we trust in that relationship. Michael doesn't take any shorts. He's one of the hardest working guys on the team. He demands a lot of himself, which I think is the epitome of a big-time player.
There was definitely a sense of confidence, but at the same time, every game is something different, and so we knew that you're not given anything when you step on the field. So we knew it was going to be really important to start this round of qualifying off with a good win. So the way that we were able to come out and really get after Mexico, I thought that part was great. I thought the team effort was great. Before the game in the locker room, you looked around and you looked in everybody's eyes, and you knew that everybody was really excited to play. It was a big game. We stepped on the field, and for 90 minutes, we're committed to do whatever it took for each other to get 3 points. Like I said, everybody was just so excited for the game. These as a player, these games are the kind of games that you want to play. Big games against your big rivals in a World Cup qualifier. It doesn't get any better. So, on that end of it, it was a great night for everybody.
Yeah,
they're all big.
Yeah,
they're all big.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
We've got 9 more games, and we know we need to play 9 more good games to make sure we're in South Africa. I think the experience of playing in South Africa 1 year before the World Cup is going to be great. And on top of that, to be able to play against 3, top opponents, I think that's gonna serve us really well as we, move ourselves forward towards the World Cup.
I think it just added fuel to the fire. It was a fantastic game for obvious reasons, but it was important that we started off this qualifying round with the victory. You've heard that 1,000 times this week, and it held true again today. Well, look, there's no hard feelings. I respect him a heck of a lot as a player. There was a ball there to be won, and you know, I think he came in a little bit late. Obviously, the referee thought so as well, but you know, in games like this, that's the minimum, you know. I thought it was important tonight, we talked about before the game, not having anybody sent off, keeping our discipline, you know. We still have to stick up for one another, but you know, making sure that we do things in the right way, and we did.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was pumped up, you know, especially being, you know, here in the hometown, and like I said, the fan support here was just awesome. And the guys before the game were just, everyone was just so psyched, and there was so much energy and so much positive energy in the locker room during the game, before the game, after. You saw everyone battling out there. And if anyone hadn't seen a soccer game before, I mean, that's what it's all about right there. I didn't cramp up. No, I took a knock to the knee, and I have a big welt on my knee. You know, you win some battles and lose some battles. That one got knocked to the knee, but I'll be up fine. For the corner kick. Yeah, and first. That was just you know, I just kind of timed it, and Ching made an incredible pass, just dumped it in there, and you know, luckily I was able to get there and you know, get a corner out of it, you know, and put in a good corner kick. It was a great ball and great finish.